Imagine walking into a room and within seconds you start noticing things no one else sees. While people focus on conversations, your mind is reading tone, hesitation, body language, and hidden intentions. Small details begin forming patterns, and suddenly, people become predictable. You start knowing what someone might say before they say it, and how situations will unfold before they happen. Others call it luck or intelligence, but the truth is different. It's a way of thinking where you observe more, react less, and calculate outcomes ahead of time. And once your brain starts operating like this, something strange happens. Your decisions become sharper, your predictions become accurate, and your thinking begins to feel almost illegal. Part 1. Seeing the board. Most people live their lives reacting to what is happening right in front of them. They see one move, one moment, one problem at a time. Something happens and they immediately respond emotionally without thinking about what that action will create next. But strategic minds operate very differently. Instead of reacting to the moment, they step back mentally and observe the entire situation like a chessboard. Every person becomes a piece, every action becomes a move, and every move creates consequences that extend far beyond the present moment. When an ordinary thinker faces a situation, their brain asks a simple question: what should I do now? But a strategic thinker asks something completely different. If I do this, what will happen next? And what will happen after that? This small difference in thinking changes everything. Instead of reacting blindly, the mind begins simulating possibilities. One decision creates 3 possible reactions. Those reactions create 3 more outcomes. And suddenly the mind is seeing 5 or 6 steps ahead. That is why some people appear unusually intelligent in complex situations. They are not guessing better than others. They are simply thinking further into the future. Imagine 2 people standing at the same starting line of a problem. One person only sees the immediate obstacle. The other person sees the obstacle, the reaction to overcoming it, the consequences of that reaction, and the next opportunity that appears afterward. While the first person struggles to respond, the second person already understands the structure of the situation. This ability to mentally map outcomes is what creates the illusion of genius. In reality, it is simply trained thinking. The brain becomes accustomed to asking deeper questions. Why is this happening? Who benefits from it? What reaction will this trigger? And what chain of events will follow? Over time, this way of thinking becomes automatic. Situations that confuse most people start looking predictable. Conflicts reveal hidden motivations. Opportunities become visible earlier than they do for others. Eventually, something strange begins to happen. While people around you are surprised by events, your mind quietly expected them long before they happened. That is the power of seeing the board instead of just the next move. Part 2. Emotional control. One of the biggest differences between ordinary thinkers and highly strategic minds is emotional control. Most people make decisions while they are angry, excited, nervous, or afraid. And in those moments their thinking becomes narrow and reactive. But a disciplined mind learns to pause before responding. Instead of letting emotions drive the decision, it observes the situation calmly and collects information first. This creates a powerful advantage because emotions often hide important details while calm observation reveals them. When you're not rushing to react, you start noticing contradictions in what people say, subtle changes in their tone, and the small signals that expose their true intentions. Over time, this calm mindset changes how you approach problems. Instead of being pulled into chaos, you remain stable and analytical, while everyone else reacts impulsively. That stability allows you to think clearly when others cannot. And in complex situations, the person who stays calm usually becomes the one who understands the situation the best. Part 3. Information advantage. One trait that separates ordinary thinkers from strategic masterminds is how they treat information. Characters like Lelouch, Light Yagami, and Ayanokoji rarely act without first gathering details. They observe people carefully, remember small behaviors, and pay attention to patterns others ignore. While most people only listen to what is being said, these characters notice how it is being said, the tone, the hesitation, the contradictions. Over time, these tiny details become powerful clues. Their minds start building a mental database of patterns about how people behave under pressure, how they react when lying, and how they reveal their true intentions. Because of this, when a new situation appears, Their brain can quickly compare it to past patterns and predict what will happen next. This is why their actions often look incredibly intelligent. It is not because they magically know the future, but because they have collected more information than everyone else. Small observations that others ignore become strategic advantages. Eventually, this habit turns into what people call intuition, but in reality, it is simply a mind trained to observe, remember, and connect information faster than most people can. Part 4. Thinking 2 steps ahead. Another reason characters like Lelouch, Light Yagami, and Ayanokoji appear incredibly intelligent is their ability to think several moves ahead before taking action. Most people make decisions based only on the present moment. They see a problem and immediately react to it. But strategic minds pause and mentally simulate the future first. Before acting, they ask a simple but powerful question. If I do this, what will happen next? And more importantly, what will happen after that? Instead of focusing on a single result, they think in chains of cause and effect. One action leads to a reaction. That reaction creates another response, and slowly the entire situation becomes predictable. Because of this habit, their decisions rarely feel random. Every move they make already includes preparation for the next one. This is why their plans often look almost impossible to stop. While others are still reacting to the first move, they are already prepared for the second and third outcomes. Over time, this habit of thinking ahead turns into a powerful mental advantage. Situations that look chaotic to most people begin to feel structured and manageable, simply because the mind has already explored the possible outcomes before anyone else has even realized they exist. Part 5. The discipline behind genius. What most people misunderstand about characters like Lelouch, Light Yagami, and Ayanokoji is that their intelligence is not only about being smart. The real foundation behind their abilities is discipline. They observe more than they speak. They think before they act, and they constantly analyze the world around them. While others waste time reacting impulsively, they spend their time learning, studying behavior, and preparing for different possibilities. This quiet preparation is what creates the illusion of genius. When an important moment finally arrives, they already understand the situation because they have been mentally preparing long before anyone else noticed the problem. Their mind stays calm, focused, and patient even when pressure increases. Over time, this discipline builds a powerful advantage. Knowledge accumulates, observation becomes sharper, and decisions become more precise. Eventually, people begin to believe that such individuals are naturally extraordinary. But the truth is simpler. What appears to be genius is often the result of consistent observation, controlled emotions, and disciplined thinking practiced over a long period of time. So when people look at characters like Lelouch, Light Yagami, or Ayanokoji, they often assume one thing, that they were simply born different, born with some rare level of intelligence that ordinary people could never reach. But if you look deeper, the real secret is much simpler and much more powerful. Their advantage is not magic, and it is not just raw IQ. It is the way their mind operates. They observe when others ignore, they stay calm when others panic, they gather information when others assume, and they think several moves ahead when others only react to the present moment. Over time, these habits transform the way they see the world. Situations become patterns, people become predictable, and problems start looking like puzzles waiting to be solved. And that is the moment when something interesting happens. Your thinking begins to feel almost unfair compared to everyone around you. Not illegal in reality, but illegal in the sense that it feels like you discovered a mental system most people never learn. The truth is, extraordinary minds are not created by chance. They are created by training the brain to observe deeper, think further, and stay disciplined when others lose control. And once you start building that system inside your own mind, the world slowly changes. Because while others are still trying to understand what is happening, you are already prepared for what comes next.